what is my solace? Is it to belong or to not? Through the aging cracks, light finds its way. I hear something. Who is that? What does it feel like when someone new comes into your life? Excitement, but with a tinge of fear. Or is it just fear? In between the clicks and clangs, is this the tumult before the absolute silence? The snipping trails, telling tales. They want to know me. But again, do I want to be known? The crumbling walls are all that protect me. Why should I have a window to my soul? Through and throughout, measuring spaces and ages, but they couldn't find any faces that I belong to. Flashes and pencils aimed at me. Is it for praise or obituary? Peeking in, trying to break in through the cracks, functions and defects. Do you see wonder or feel disappointment? Built and documented, frame by frame, poked and broken for selfish reasons. It had nothing to do with me. Spaces owned, alone adorned. I cry relief as they fade out. My anger dissolves. I return to my loneliness again. Is solace the middle ground of belonging and yet not? That is where I would like to be built again.